Support for today's episode comes from Laurel's. You may have heard about them recently in the news as the world's first oral sex undies made of ultra-thin and stretchy latex. Laurel's prevents skin-to-skin contact while maximizing pleasure, comfort, and fun. I can already hear some of y'all saying, Boonie, what? But trust me, you will still receive all the benefits of mouth play as they feel like second skin. Just think of the possibilities. And if you're curious, and as a Boonie Breakdown listener, you can receive 10% off your purchase by using the code Boonie10. That's Boonie10, all caps. Details on how to purchase can be found in the show notes and on thebooниebreakdown.com. Hey y'all, it's your girl Boonie, and you're listening to the Boonie Breakdown podcast, your source for all things responsible and ratchet. All right, welcome to this week's episode. We're here for episode 216 of the Boonie Breakdown podcast. We have our guest this week, Shika, the homie. She's here. We have a fun conversation, y'all. I love the conversations that Shika and I don't have planned. I also love when Brian has done this for me on occasion, and Shika does it on occasion as well. But they hop in on guests when things have to be rescheduled and replanned, and when life happens, they step up to the plates as the friends. This one's a fun one about Nick Cannon, Dick Cannon, Nick Cannon, Dick Cannon. We don't even know anymore. Dating non-negotiables, gas prices, food prices, all types of stuff in this one, y'all. It's just so funny. Just listen. I just love when we don't have a plan, because those always turn out to be the best episodes for me. So stick around for the conversation. All right, we're hopping right into my pick of the week. Now, I get sent a lot of stuff. A lot of people ask, can I send you this? And, I don't make guarantees that I'm going to do a review. This company, I got a chance to attend an event, an online some panel discussion, and I was asked that I wanted to receive a product, and I said sure, I'm gonna check it out. And so I picked based off a recommendation, Euphoria Awaken Arousal Oil with CBD. Now I have to be honest, I had never used a CBD product, so this is my first time. But I must admit, it won't be my last. Let me just do a clap. Air horns and everything, okay? The Euphoria Arousal Oil, it's designed for females to use solo or partnered. My first time, we talk about masturbation and self-care here, so definitely did some solo play, set the scene. I followed the instructions, gonna rub it on the inner labia, the clit, inside the vagina, all this stuff. And it says give it about 15 minutes. Baby. Everything was juicier, wetter. The orgasm was intense. Y'all. Now, y'all know I will never lead you astray. But holy shit. It felt warm, instantly felt the blood flow down there. Y'all know the little TikTok, we had a time last night, boy. That was the feeling after I used the Euphoria Arousal Oil. Bomb orgasm, super intense. I just can't, so I thought, okay, that's a fluke, right? Because, yeah. No, I did it again, and it was just, yeah. So I'm excited to try this partnered, because I think I've probably used half the bottle on myself. Definitely something, even though this was gifted to me, this is something I would actually spend my money on. So again, Euphoria Wellness, the Awaken Arousal Oil with CBD, Boonie's pick of the week, Boonie approved, all of those things. Let me know if you try it. Look, I'm going to try to get them to give me a little coupon code for y'all, but let me know if you try it. I'd be curious to see your results as well.
Housekeeping. Come back later, please. Housekeeping? Not now.
Right, we're here for housekeeping. I know I took last week off, so I want to thank you guys again. I got to be honest. Grieving, even though I don't feel like I'm in the heavy fog of grief anymore, it just kind of really threw me. And so I will be cutting this season a little short. So we probably have 3 or 4 episodes left. I really need to prep for live shows. I have not done that in 3 years. And so I forgot how much creative energy and time and resources it pulls from me trying to plan live shows. So we're just going to hop right into that. You guys, if you've been living under a rock, I don't know. I'd be trying to promo, but it'd be so hard. But I'm going to say it again. Tickets for Boonie Live are on sale. We have Baltimore up first, Saturday, July 23rd. Those tickets are on sale. Our guests are Tashia B, who was an episode, I think, 195 guest, and our problematic fave, Brian. Then next, we're heading up to New York City in Manhattan. Our guests are Mecca Woods, who is friend of the Boonie Breakdown, been on numerous episodes, one of our favorite astrologers, and our problematic fave. So we're in New York City on Saturday, August 13th. Both of those tickets are on sale. Grab your tickets. Don't wait to the last minute and give me stress and panic. But we also launched and announced our date for Boonie Live Raleigh. We will be in the Raleigh-Durham area on Saturday, October 8th. I have not announced the guests. The tickets are going on sale first for Patreon next week. But I did ask some of you all on Instagram, who did you think the guests would be for that show? I got David Banner. How amazing would that be? But I can let you guys unequivocally know that David Banner is not our guest. We got some Ashley Cobb, Samia. Someone said, I don't even care, but I'm driving in from Richmond. So that is the kind of energy that we like to see. So again, head on over to theboonieBreakdown.com/live to get your tickets to those shows. I also got some feedback from our episode that aired May 30th with Brian. Somebody said, Boonie, time and time again, just when I think we're going to have to take away Brian's problematic fave role, he says something, does something that says, nope, he's still who he is at our core. He is growing, but he still will always be our problematic fave. So thank you guys for listening. If you did not go back to that, I think this is in reference to the story that Brian tells about why he does not like Missy Elliott. It is a one of a kind Brian story, to say the least. And if you enjoyed this podcast, I hope that you're following us on social media, on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok at The Boonie Breakdown. We're over on Twitter at Boonie Breakdown. You can share this episode. You can tag us. You can, I make such pretty nice little images. You can just go ahead and share those. You can do a lot of things to help us grow and spread the word about this great podcast. I know I'm biased, but it's the bomb. I don't know. It's thebomb.com. All right. So that is it for me. Thank you for dealing with my husky voice. Allergies are beating my ass. And I really drank like 4 cups of tea just to record the 10-minute bumpers for this episode. So that's it for me. Let's get ready to break it down. Hey, y'all. So, last new episode, Brian was to the rescue. And this week, Shika is to the rescue. Hey, girl.
Hey.
So we just got to start. We got to get right the fuck to it. And we have to start with Dick Cannon. What the fuck?
I want Nick Cannon to really get off this spiritual train and get into a therapist's office. I saw an episode of his show. I was getting my nails done maybe right after his son passed. Mm-hmm. And he had Karen Clark shared or something. I'm like, no, baby. And now you keep having babies. You need to go talk to somebody. What are you going through?
Something is not right here. I'm really concerned because if you have not heard, you're living under a rock. There was a clip of Angela Yee's lip service circulating, and he was talking about after the death of his son. So I didn't like how in the same sentence he's talking about, oh my God, my son passed and it really fucked me up, but he ran straight to pussy, and kind of confirmed that he possibly has more children on the way. So he literally had 97 kids last year, and this year is on pace to have another 20. So I am not understanding what's happening here. And literally my first thought is, Like, I just really would love to know what Mariah Carey thinks about this because
like, this motherfucker is crazy.
Yeah, like he's giving your children all these stepkids, like I mean stepsisters and whatever. So
want to see
they're not step, they're half. Yeah, half siblings.
They're not going to be around each other. And I must live under a rock because I did not see the Angela Yee clip, which I'm kind of glad because I'm so sick of hearing pregnancy announcements. Like there's some, semi-racially ambiguous bitch every couple of months.
This one is too, that the one that had just confirmed
It's weird, sir. Like it's really weird.
I'm just really trying to wrap my mind around in real life being someone's 9th baby mama, right? Like I barely want to date men with children. And I know that as I get older and date older men, that likelihood gets smaller and smaller. So I'm not naive, folks. But I also will promise you I will never be someone's 9th baby mama. And I will not be the 9th baby mama when 7 and 8 are also pregnant at the same time.
But it's like he's going to have a kid every month. And I don't understand how he can look at himself and not feel nuts.
Yes, it's a lot of questions I have for a lot of people involved in these situations. But yeah, how are you the 9th baby mama?
That's the other thing. Like, I don't know what's wrong with these women either. Like, what is wrong with everybody? What are y'all doing? Why do you want this for yourself and your kid? There's so many broken families. Are we not tired of the fucking generational curses? Like, you cannot possibly be a daddy to everybody. You're not with any of these women.
Yeah, no matter how rich you are, how much access you have, you cannot give of yourself to 9 children in 9 different homes, or however many different homes they may be in, 7, 8, whatever. Because I think some have multiple, but it's just not possible. It's especially when you're as busy as Nick Cannon. He's on several shows doing a lot of stuff in Hollywood. So it's just like, how are you doing this? What is your plan to, because it's coming off very selfish and psychopathic that we're just
like
constantly trying to have children. So that meme where it's like in 23, 30, whatever, everyone's going to be a descendant of Kiki Wyatt and Nick Cannon, maybe true.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know what he's going through, peace and blessings unto him. However, please stop.
Yeah,
you only have 24 hours in a day. Nobody has extra hours. Nobody get extra days in a year. And then on top of that, you're battling some type of illness where you were thinking you were going to die and you thought this was the way to go. It is very selfish and it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it. It's for a minute. It's so funny because for a minute, I always for a long time thought Nick Cannon was the king of corny.
Absolutely.
And then I don't know. Like even with him being with Mariah, that never gave him any oomph or street cred. To me, he was still just corny ass Nick Cannon. And so I'm just not understanding how we're here. But I feel like by the end of the year, he's going to have at least 4 more women impregnated. And that's kind of gross.
It's gross. It's scary. It's just not smart. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, what is happening? And why won't anyone say something to pull him up?
Fucking rise up. Stand up. Like somebody
stand up.
Stand up. Because it's so weird. And it's nothing to applaud. It's just like that fucking man who had all them goddamn kids. He wanted to take a picture with his 40
and screaming kids. At the folks. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And all of them, half of them the same age. Like, men just do not value themselves that much, I guess, especially when it comes to their, like, dicks. They just don't. Oh, my God, I have a funny... Oh, shit.
You have a funny story about values and dicks? Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to see how I can finagle it. So There's this guy, you know who this guy is, right?
Oh.
Like randomly pops up in the DMs being inappropriate, very inappropriate, just for his status.
Aren't they always inappropriate in the DMs?
Get my hair done today. I mentioned it, and this is other girl in there. It was just me, the stylist, and another person. We're just all talking. And she's like, you know, my homegirl, she must have dealt with this guy some years ago, like back in the day, but she was like, he's a blank that goes to blank. And I said,
oh, not the hair salon connection.
I said, what's his name? She looked on Instagram real quick. I said, I knew it. Because it's the same thing. And he's been known for the last fucking, 15 years of being a fucking cheater. And I'm just like, you have learned nothing. And you're married to this person that, like,
it's amazing how small the world is. That this conversation could happen in the nail salon and you two people both be there to have the conversation. It's
and this is why I believe that his spouse has to know, because of instances like that. Like, everybody knew fucking however many years ago when they were dating. Like, everybody knew then. In this, I've met too many people randomly who knows this about him and knows of him for this. It's like, have you no shame?
Have you no shame?
Listen. And if you do listen, stop playing with me.
Oh, send the message, bitch.
Stop playing with me.
Stop playing with her.
I'm not even gonna tell your person because I feel like some of this might be accepted. However, your feelings will be hurt when I decide to just excommunicate you. I'm being nice. Keep the fuck cute.
Don't play with Shika. Do not play with Shika. No, I have not had that kind of mess in my DMs in quite some time. But I will say those people who are coupled, partnered, married, booed up, whatever the fuck you want to call it, those men be the most aggressive in the DMs, like, especially those who have open pages. Oh, I may not follow you.
The only person, I do not have this type of activity hardly ever. I barely post anything, but let me post something that's like, like, shut the fuck up. You have nothing to say to me. Leave me alone.
Yeah, it's amazing. The audacity, the gall, especially when your page is open and I can click, and then especially if I don't follow you and I don't really know you, and then I click on the page and within the first 5 pictures is you posted up with your wife and kids, but you in my DMs on some disrespectful stuff. I also want to say this too, while we're talking about DMs. There is a respectful way that you could slide up in the DMs. Okay. I have done things to people who've slid up in my DMs before, so it can be done. But do not pull up in there. Like, I had to school somebody in my DMs because I was posting something about masturbation. You guys know I'm all for fucking yourself. But I had posted something and he responded, oh, how many times do you please yourself a day?
None of your fucking business.
So I said, we have no type of relationship that you should ever feel comfortable messaging me that. You didn't even say hello.
Yeah.
Like, it was just how many times. So he's like, oh yeah, you're right. My bad. Good morning. Okay. Good morning. But like, and so it's like, that's not the way. That is not the way. So no matter how many times you see me post pussy, slut, beat them up, fuck them up, whatever it is, you do not have the right to come at me that way. Now, if we've been flirting, just in a little hard eyes, a little such and such, it's been a buildup. And even then, don't ask me like that. Come on some clever shit, some cute shit.
Mm-hmm.
But that, like, oh, I want to nut on your face and all that. No. You don't know me. And I will say, I don't get a lot of randos like that, but it come through every now and then. People who want to try me because they see the content that I share and create, they just make assumptions that that's acceptable. And it's not.
It's not.
It's never.
Like, just
never.
stop doing with, like, everybody stop being weird. I feel like I say weird more than I would like to every day because people are weird.
People are weird. I don't know. I'm not blaming this time on social media, but I feel like I want to kind of blame it on the pandemic. That I feel like coming out of the pandemic, air quotes, even though a lot of people are getting COVID again. So we're not, is it endemic yet? I don't know. But I feel like for some people, the isolation, the limited socialization really fucked a lot of people up, right? Like, I feel like some people don't know how to be social anymore, or they're very uncomfortable. They're very awkward by it. I don't know, but it just seems to be a disconnect. I'll say for me, I guess because I'm just a people person, I didn't lose that aspect of it. But when I am around large groups of people, for me, it's very draining.
Yeah.
Like, I was around people today for work for 6 hours.
Right.
But when I got home, it was like, whew.
Yeah.
God, like, I just need a break. So I don't know if it's the pandemic that got people fucked up in the mind right now, and we've lost a few years of socialization, but something in the water.
I feel like even the way people who drive now is crazy. Like, people, it's just been I'm just like,
they be ready to fucking risk it all. And I'd be like, get the fuck away from my car is old, but it still runs. And I don't want no car payment right now. So stay the fuck away from me.
I leave the house, it's almost like when I have to drive anywhere, I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to get home. Like, I can't wait to just park and not deal with this. It's a lot of, I think it is. I think it is the isolation. I think we forgot how to deal with people, and just exist with people because of the isolation. And we had a lot of work to do, but that should be driving me crazy. I'm like, well, I just want to go back inside.
It's too much. I do it to circle back just because I saw this, just because someone just literally texted to me while we were recording. The Sisterhood of the Traveling Sperm. Meet the 4 women who are currently pregnant by Nick Cannon. Sources say that there may be one more woman who is pregnant, but the Sisterhood of the Traveling Sperm.
That's so sad.
So you gotta love the internet sometimes like that. But yeah, I feel people gotta get it together. People gotta pull it together, get in therapy, do something, because I'm not. I think we were talking about this in an episode with Kenny, and it might have been 2 years ago at this point because it was at some time in the pandemic. I don't feel like not only just people who contracted COVID, but I feel like people who, I just like the effects of COVID, I feel like we won't know for a long time.
Yeah.
Like psychologically, mentally, all that stuff. Especially because the children seem real fucked up too.
Like,
children seem real fucked up.
The little babies at the big ass pump of ketchup, like thinking it's hand sanitizer. Yeah, like
the babies don't know what to do.
Babies gonna have one mask regardless. Heard you. Yeah,
because I was thinking about that too. It's some kids who don't know a world without masks, right? And so it's very weird. I don't know, but I really wish that I was really hopeful. One side of me was hopeful. The Sagittarius optimist in me was very hopeful that this would have been a catalyst for positive change. Unfortunately, it has been the catalyst to rape my motherfucking pockets. Yo, why the fuck is everything so high?
I'm so tired of spending money. I'm so tired.
I was like, yay, we're going to get 4-day work weeks. Yay, we're going to get more tele. But I didn't know that getting more telework meant gas was going to be $29 a gallon. I'm really just like, what the fuck is going on?
Why is it? Why? No, it's like, even when you go out, I'm like, I'm at minimum spending $100. Like, that's just what it's been. And it's like, why? Drinks are $20 a pop. Like, where am I?
No, it's really, you turn your ignition on, that's $10. Like, just to start the motherfucking car up is $10. Then you drive and God knows how much gas you're burning, how much money that is. You, like you said, you go out to eat, you spending $50 minimum. Right? Like the other day, we legit went to McDonald's Me and my friend went out and it was late on a Sunday. It was nothing else open. We were like, all right, let's go get a fry and a Coke. And then we got there. We were like, oh, let's get this. And we only got like, I think she got a quarter pounder meal and I got a McDouble and a fry and a Coke. And it was $20.
Yes.
Like, when did McDonald's become a $20 meal?
Coffee, because I ran out of coffee and I kept forgetting to get it. My medium coffee was $2. I said, at what point every size of the fucking coffee was $1?
Yeah, no, the shit is not. McDonald's hot as shit. I was like, you can't even go to McDonald's and feed your family cheap no more. Like, before you could say,
no,
there ain't even no dollar menu no more. I don't think.
Barely.
I don't even know. It's like 2 things on that motherfucker:
cheeseburger
and 4 nuggets.
Like, oh no, you could get two for $5 here, or 2 for $3 here, and it's like, yo, everything's a fucking scam. We're just gonna be paying for. I saw a tweet. Somebody was like, we paying our stimmy back through. Yes, and I was like, well, that's real fucking unfair because I ain't even get one.
Yeah, I'm like, what about us folks who ain't get a stimulus check? So
I'm just suffering.
I need help. I was like, you know what? Yeah, this shit not right. All them discounts they gave, because especially where I noticed it first, because remember when the car insurance company were trying to be all sweet, like, oh, here's a $200 rebate, y'all not driving. Well, now my motherfucking insurance went up, so y'all got that money right on back. Like, I ain't even move. I don't drive like that because I'm home for the most part. Yeah, I really like my house, so I don't tend to leave.
Right.
Like, it has to be a reason for me to leave my house now. And I'm just really trying to understand, like, what is the end goal here? Where's the relief? Because I make decent money, right, on paper.
Same.
And so I be in my mind thinking, like, yo, how the fuck people with children and families be doing this shit? Because y'all rich. Y'all people with children, y'all rich. I don't know how. I'd have to pack them motherfuckers up and send them to the orphanage.
I understand it. And first of all, y'all print the fucking money. Quit playing.
Yeah, just run this shit out. Like, just run this shit out. The money is fake. Time is fake.
Listen.
I think that's the biggest
down, print some more money. Like, excuse me, every day, everything. I'm like, I just don't understand why they're not printing more money and just doing whatever the fuck with it and just dropping the prices like this. I feel like I'm in a twilight zone because this doesn't have to be this way, but they're so fucking greedy.
Yeah, I'm really not understanding why. Well, here's the thing. I don't see what the end game is, unless the end game is to bankrupt everybody or have people go into destitute status where they're starving and homeless. If that is the cause, then we're right. We're headed on the right path. We're literally headed on the right path, because I really don't understand how someone below a certain income level is affording gas. Like, how are you even affording the gas to get to work?
Yeah,
I don't get it.
A fucking, former economics major. I'm like, I understand supply and demand, but right now, if these prices keep going up, the demand's going to go down. And if you don't want to lose money, at some point, you're going to have to figure out.
They have to go to, as I said, we have to stop driving. That's the problem. Nobody's. Why your face look that like that? Like you like the cops calling you.
Well, because my phone, I literally put my phone on do not disturb before we started. So I'm like, why would there be a call coming through? It's my oldest friend. Hey, RG, I'll call you back.
She could look like the police was calling.
It was shocking. And then you know how the fucking Apple things are.
The Apple universe, everything laptop, is going on.
My phone, my iPad's right. I was like, everything. Wait.
That is the curse of Apple devices. Even though I love it for the ecosystem, but let a motherfucker get a notification. It'd be like ding 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 ding. You'd be like ding. Everything.
All right. Wait. Okay, we're back. That threw me off. I was like, what is going on?
So, have you been fucked really good lately?
Define lately. Sure. Yes.
So you're getting summertime peen?
Yeah, I think, Yeah. I have a little appointment. Hopefully it's still happening tomorrow. But yes, it's
Dick appointments.
happening. Yeah, I don't know. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
The hard thing, because I've had a standard piece of meat for a little while, and I would like to retire this meat.
Really?
But it's so good.
Look, I'm gonna ask you why. Do you think that, like, if you free up that space, maybe?
Yeah, like I don't think it's a true placeholder in the space of what a relationship would be for me, because I think we've done a really good job in just keeping it really a friends with benefit situation. Like, I would call this person a friend at this point. And I think we've done a really good job in keeping it that way. Like, it's really on some friend shit. So yeah, it's like, as much as I say I want a boyfriend or relationship, I'm also not doing anything to make that happen. Right. And so for me, it's very, I'm doing nothing. I'm not on any apps. I'm not looking for anyone. Like, if someone showed up, I would entertain, of course. I've done that. I've gone out on a few coffee meetups, exchanged some numbers, but it hasn't really turned into anything. And so, yeah, in my mind, it makes sense. It's like I have this person who's here who I'm still kind of latched to. So it's like, I feel like I should to make room, but it's just like,
yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah, and I don't want to say I'm playing with fire.
That you in the fire pit?
But it's like, a block has been spun, and I just never thought it was going to be a block that would be spun. So it's kind of like,
were you inspired by Rihanna?
What? No, I wish I was. I don't know what happened. Well, no, I know what happened, but I'm not going to share that. However, it's just like, it was like, oh, not only familiar, but still different, but still fun. And it's just like, I got a day by day. Like, I can't even, you know what I mean? Like, look.
But see, that's the problem with familiar good dick. With with your all-star, as I like to call it, your Mount Rushmore dick.
Definitely,
it'd be hard.
I remember the Rushmore episode. I'm pretty sure that was on. He was on the Rushmore.
Yeah, I'm like, so I had a circle back with. So this friend, I also had a circle back in the pandemic with one of my Rushmores, and I felt like he definitely still maintained his Rushmore status. But they're the two at that time, two very different styles of fucking. Like, one is that really that was my Sunday sermon this week. Don't ask me to change positions. Just toss me around like a motherfucking rag doll. Party me, nigga. Get your big boy shoulders on it and throw me the fuck around. And so that was one person's style. With the other person's style, even though I would never say we made love, because there's no, that's not there in this equation. It's a very sensual fucking, very soft and gentle, and the other one's real rough and acrobatic and like, so two very different styles, but both are on my Rushmore.
What's interesting is one of the first things I presented was like the BDSM test, just to kind of gauge, because it had been a very long time for us. And I was just like, this is mad funny because it's so in sync. It's actually like, what the fuck? I'm just like, what? All right, whatever. So, and I don't think there's been enough engaging to really, I feel like there's just more to come to figure out. I'm rarely like a pillow princess, but I didn't really have to do much. And I was like, I mean, I don't.
No, it's nice being a pillow princess every now and then. It's nice
Not
being
all
a
the
pillow.
time.
Not all the time, but it's nice being the pillow princess, especially with somebody who was very invested in you coming first. So
yeah,
I'll take that every now and then where it's just, all right, fucking be all about me, my nigga, and then we'll get you. So I really appreciate that. But I feel like that's where I'm stuck because it's just always so much harder to walk away from good dick.
Yeah.
Than it is mediocre dick. Or average dick.
Yeah.
It's easy to walk away from bad dick unless you get feelings involved. So I will never, ever, 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 ever again let my feelings get involved before I fucking nigga.
But even when I did, like, I unliked him very quickly. I was like, I can't do this. Like, it was literally like the next day, and I was like, I'm over it. Like,
but see, I think there for me, it was like money involved.
Yeah, no, this was.
So I was just like,
and I don't
he got money though.
Like, I'm not saying I'm hard to please, but I don't easily like hard. It's men irritate me a lot, so it's just like.
Well, it depends for me. Like, here's the thing. I am tough. I know that. I'm rough on niggas. I'm hard on niggas. And so I do understand that. But once I'm in, I'm fucking in.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I've been in enough to know me in that space. I'll say that.
That's fair.
Because even when I was like the last person I was seriously dating, that my therapist had to force me to say it was a relationship. I didn't like that. But even then, it was like, no, I really, really liked him, but not that much. Like, I was just like, oh, over it, dead, done. And I don't think that I'm incapable of it. I just think I haven't quite got there yet, not in my adult age. And, I want to know. I want to know what that's like. It seems fun, but don't play with me either because I don't want to, it's
It's been 3 years since I've been in a relationship. Yeah. It was before the pandemic, 2019. Yes, 2019. It was the last time.
20, so.
Yeah. So, yeah, I kind of feel like it would be nice to have somebody to date and go to things with and do all that. But at the same time, I'm not even doing anything to make that a possibility.
No, me neither. I like hanging out with men. I enjoy doing things with men. I find it fun, whatever. But I'm not trying. Oh, okay. One thing maybe I'm trying to do is like maybe go out a little more because we are like kind of out of the pandemic, kind of not. But I was used to not going out. I was used to not doing stuff. So now it's like, oh, an event comes up or, one of my friends share instead of me being like, probably not. It's like, okay, I'll go. And maybe, that because I still, and I think we talked about this the last time, I still don't think I have the capacity to deal with online dating. I just don't.
I know some people have such great results with it. And it was funny. I was talking to someone today who met their husband there. And so it was on, I can't remember what app she said, but they got married and all that fun stuff. And so I'm like, that's awesome. Like, I like hearing those success stories. And when I hear them, I feel some slight pressure and being like, well, maybe I should try it again. And then I'd be like, girl, you ain't gonna do nothing but get mad at these get mad at these fools and then be pissed off. So then I'm like, never mind, I won't do it. Fuck it.
I think we'll get to a point, and I do believe that it's kind of like double-sided because it's the idea of like, yes, you can manifest, but you have to put work behind it. But also I very much believe what's meant for me is for me. So it's like sometimes it's okay to be still, I think.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay to be still, and maybe it's just not the time. And I just, I do feel if you don't feel it in your heart, just don't do it.
And it's also interesting to me because I feel like somebody who I often flirt with, but it's just flirting, sends me these videos that are upsetting to me and my homegirls. These niggas that have microphones and just be saying all types of things on the internet. And I just really am like, I think it was 2 clips in particular that went viral this week. It was one where the guy was like, I'm an electrician.
I didn't even watch that shit in full because I don't.
Yeah, it was just like, what do you bring to the table besides sex? And then the Plies asked that on Twitter, and the one girl was like, sex in the bed. And that clip went viral. And then there was another clip on some other podcast where they had a girl. Sometimes I love when they find a woman to validate the bullshit that they want to steal. And she was saying how when a man don't have his shit together, he goes to a big girl to get.
I saw that.
And I was like, so you just mean any woman with low self-esteem. Like, I don't know why it had to be a big girl, right, to say. Because I was like, what big girl stole your nigga, bitch? Because that's what it was given.
Bothered.
Yeah, she sounded real bothered. But for me, it was just like, that just sounded like a woman with low self-esteem who could be skinny, small, fat, tall, whatever. Yeah. So it's just like, I realize now this person who sends me these clips who we flirted with, that the pussy's drying up now for him, because I'm like, are you sending me these to laugh, or are you sending me these because you believe and you want to have discourse about it?
Yeah, so, I want to say, even if you want to have a conversation about it,
not interested. Right.
Yeah, because I feel like if you do not agree with it, you'll say like, look at this bullshit. And then you
that part. Okay, that's what I wanted you to say, because I wanted to know, like, is it me being I'm doing too much?
No, it's him.
Yeah, I literally, like, the last couple ones when he sent it, I just put the thumbs down. I don't even type. I just put the thumbs down on it because I'm like, I don't even want to talk about this.
Tomatoes.
Because I think of what? I don't even want to hear what you got to say because the pussy is drying up. So at one point, I would have fucked him. Definitely would have fucked. Now I'm not going to fuck you because
you don't need that type of energy in your vagine.
No. So yeah, I'm kind of like, I say all this to say, like, am I having a funeral for Rushmore dick? I don't know. Is there more Rushmore dick out there? I don't know.
I don't. It's so funny because I never think about like the possibility of me not having like, good dick in the future. I never think about that.
I do sometimes because I realize like we're older bitch now. Yeah. Like we about to be in our late 30s when we hit this 38, right? Yeah. And so I'm like, the older you get, older men, their part sometimes, unless, they take really good care of themselves, they experience some difficulties. And so for me, sex is so important to me. Like, I don't lie to myself about that anymore, because before I think I was trying, especially with the relationship I said with a guy, wasn't hitting, but I'm like, oh, he has money. Oh, it's stability. Oh, it could be this. Right? Like, I had to, in therapy, my therapist had to be like, your life is pretty stable. Like, you've done really well providing stability for yourself. So why is that even a concern for you? And I'm like, okay, good point. Right. So for me, that was my thought, to be like, not on some Samantha Jones shit, but almost there, where it's like, I understand that is very important to me, and I'm not going to lie to myself about it.
Yeah. No, me either. That's why I will not have sex for long periods of time, because I'm really, really good at self-love. Like,
and I don't think men realize how long women can go without sex.
Yeah.
And for a multitude of reasons, right? Because I really feel like a lot of men do not believe it when women say it's been 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. It probably has been longer, honestly, right? And
Oh yeah. I was at 6. I kept telling myself 6 months, and I was pushing 9, and I was like, wow, I didn't know. I stopped counting.
Yeah. So I was like, y'all know I've been very vocal. The longest for me was a year. I did a year by choice. Outside of that year, I want to say my longest was probably like 8 months.
I've done some bids. I've done a year and a half. I think by accident, 6 months. 6 months is normally when, the universe is like, here you go, ma'am.
So for me, it's like I can't let myself get to the 90-day mark no more.
Oh, like
recently it's been like, well, recently I've been way more frequent, but it's been about the 90-day mark. I can't, because like I feel like once you get past the first 90 days to me is the hardest.
It's the hardest. It is. Once you get to like 3.5 months, 4, you be like, oh.
Yeah, 4, you can start coasting at that point.
That's how you can get. That's how I forgot.
You can start coasting. And I'm about to say something. This is my pick of the week in this episode, and I've been meaning to talk to you, bitch, about it. Euphoria. I wanted to do it by myself first before I did it in partnered sex. And I had wanted to read, because I had never really used a CBD product for sex. Okay. So I didn't know that if I used it, like, because of skin to skin, would my partner pick up? Because in particular, one of them cannot, because they cannot fail a drug test. So I didn't know, like, I got to read on that more. But bitch.
Oh.
Bitch.
It's like a lubricant, CBD lubricant.
Bitch. Yeah, it's called and y'all know I don't like to talk about a product unless I use it myself. And so what I got was the arousal oil. Ooh, and okay. So it's really for vulvas, right? You put a full drop of the oil in the dopper, and you're supposed to like rub it. And it can be used internally. Now, I didn't put it in my pussy, but I rubbed it on the inside of the labia. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. Oh my God. So I'm trying to work to see if I can get a coupon code for the team, because baby girl.
I like it. I like that. Mm-hmm. I've never used any type of like, I typically, not all the time, but a lot of times I'm going to be high when I'm having sex because I get high. So it's like, I can imagine that's something.
Well, I think that's the thing I liked, because that's one thing I like about being elevated with a little herbal refreshment when you're having sex, because you just feel it and the orgasm lasts longer. But I felt like this is a perfect solution if you don't want to smoke or do an edible, right, but you just rub it in the labia and the vulva. And like in 15 minutes, that blood was the sensation. It was splash waterfalls in this motherfucker.
I might kill myself. I'm down. I'm down. I'd be shocking my own shit now. I'd be like, wow, girl. So
I was fucked up in the game because I had my little, I don't even remember which toy I used with it that time, the first time I did it, but I was like, oh, they were not fucking around. They meant what they said. So this was a tried and tested. They had sent me the product a while ago. And I just hadn't used it. But now I get it because it increased that blood flow.
Yes. Yes.
So it's like 15 minutes versus, edible, you need like 45 minutes, an hour. Yeah. So listen.
I'm into it.
I even put a little on my nipple.
Yes.
The second time, I said, wait a minute, we got to rub this up.
Older, I did not used to, like, not that I didn't enjoy it. It just was like, nah. Nipple play, I was just like, now I can't not. Like, I need it. Yeah, also, like dual sensation. I need to feel stimulation, like
in multiple
places. Mm-hmm, I prefer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that's another thing that could be taught to folks is men just be so fascinated with the pussy.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Like, come about the pussy for a second. We got some nipples, we got necks, knees, thighs, ass. ears, lips, tongue. It's so many other places that can get your girl off.
Yeah.
Come about the pussy for just a second.
Explore.
Yeah.
Body.
And that's why God gave you hands.
Yes.
So even if you stroke it, grab the ass tight, grab a titty, grab a throat.
Yes.
Smack an ass. Do something.
Yes. Use it.
But just don't concentrate all on the pussy.
Right.
That's it. I really want our heterosexual men to realize.
Yeah.
It's more than just the pussy.
Bonus point if you can, rhythmically stroke and thumb the clit. Bonus points to you. Shout out to you.
Shout out. This butt is for you, nigga.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. You want somebody to bring you your motherfucking plate and wash your drawers and do that shit.
Yeah.
Let's start there.
Do some things.
Let's start there.
Put a shelf together. Listen.
Detail my car.
Something.
I'll do something for you. I promise you I will.
Yeah.
But I think that's the part about it too. It's just like I laugh because one of my married friends always sends me this content on TikTok and she'd be like, oh, this is turning me on. It just be videos of niggas doing chores.
Yeah, because I like that.
Yeah, make my life easier. I'll make your life easier.
For sure.
And you can nut on my face too. I don't care, right? Like it comes, privileges come with that kind of shit.
And that's the thing too, that I don't think that men will be so self-centered. It's like, listen, once a girl is feeling safe and comfortable, she gonna do whatever. She gonna do a lot of whatever.
Bust it wide open and I don't remember. Yep, like all that's happening.
All of that. So much. It's like, but it's just this tunnel vision. And it's like, yeah, you gotta get there. Like, I don't care if it is just casual. Like, I'm beyond, there was a point that I was, and I feel like I was younger, and it was just like casual, like, we don't need to talk, we don't need to, but it's like, as I get older, it's like, it can still be respectful. We still need to have some type of level of respect and some type of, if it's something as small as like friendship or like a certain type of cordialness so that we're not disrespecting each other.
Spot on.
Disrespect me. I'm gonna get stupid and I'm gonna be rude. And it ain't even gonna be no public shit. I'm gonna say,
and y'all don't even probably believe it because she gets so little, but she is such a ball of fire, even though she's not a fire sign.
Pop off. My friend saves she's from New York. She saves my voice notes when I be going off because she like, you sound so DC. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm a DC bitch. Like I wouldn't, it's the feistiness in me. So it's like, I'm really nice until you try me. And I'll hurt your feelings with words. Like it won't even.
You're like my mom, that cancer claw.
Yeah, like the little crabbies come pinching niggas.
Yeah, them little cancer claws be coming out.
And it's a defense mechanism. So please trust and believe you probably hurt my feelings or you made me feel like you think I'm stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a violation. So, yeah.
Yeah. Damn. That's our charge to y'all. Come up out the pussy and breathe.
Yes. Use them hands.
Also
wash them first.
Have you ever had a fool with some mechanic hands trying to, sir? That's another thing.
I will do your nails. Like I will fucking do your nails before. Like, just don't even try it. Like I will give you a whole manicure, but like, let's not.
I don't think men realize how sensitive it is down there for us.
Yo, vaginas are so crazy.
They're very temperamental. They're very sensitive. And I remember with one particular partner, I kept getting UTIs. I go to the gynecologist. I do whatever. She's like, Adrian, you have to tell him he has to take shallower strokes. And I'm like, but
that's what stopped me from having sex on my period because I got
she's like he has to take shallower strokes or his dick isn't clean, one or the other. So I was like, for every time we would hook up, I would be scrubbing that dick. Like he'd be in the shower. I'd be like, tell me. That's when you know you dick sabotage you and then scrubbing the nigga dick.
I'm gonna clean your dick for you because I'm tired of going to the fucking goddamn gynecologist. So let's clean your dick together.
Dick. And so it wasn't that. It was really the stroke. It was the stroke was just way too deep, but he could not stop. So my doctor know where it is. I call her back and I said, listen, sis, that's not working. So we need another alternative. And she just gave me a low grade antibiotic to take whenever we had sex for prep. Because I was like, I'm not giving up that stroke. So yeah, it's just very sensitive down there, guys.
The dick, y'all. So it's just
I'm paying co-pays for that dick.
Right. But I saw once a month, like, hey doc, it happened again. I
started asking him for the copay money because I'm like, this tab running up, my dear. I'm getting copays and antibiotics. No, I need you to run up that copay. Thanks.
And look, a fake king. He provided. Because like it's so weird when you ask him for stuff. That's probably why. I mean, I haven't asked a man for anything but dick lately, so I don't.
Yeah, I haven't asked a man for anything. I think the last time. I might have asked 50 bones for the plan B because I couldn't have got to Vanessa to get the free joint.
Oh my God. It's so funny because I thought I was going to need a plan B.
Yeah.
God looked out. However, it's like the moment shit happened, my brain was immediately like, all right, so you're just going to have to go to the drugstore. All right, cool. Because I was just like, I mean,
yeah, you got run up in that Walgreens now, and it's funny. So here's a tip. Here's a motherfucking Boonie Ho PSA. Walgreens in particular, because I don't fuck with CVS and the rest of them. Walgreens is my hoe. So if you go to Walgreens and you go to checkout, ask the cashier if they have a coupon.
Yeah.
A lot of them have a $10 to $20 off coupon for the plan B, but you can't get that knockoff one. It has to be the plan B, the $49.99 one. And they usually have a $10 or $20 coupon from the maker of the thing. So you can get it for $10 or $20 off. That is your Boonie Ho PSA tip of the week.
I love you. Resourceful.
Look, we gotta save money because that $10, $20 is the gas money.
Exactly.
Because everything costs but
yeah, and whatever you're gonna buy to soothe your soul after you take your plan B. Like, I love it.
Yeah. So there you go. That is your tip of the week. All right, Shika girl.
You fucking stupid.
For somebody right now, whoever's ears that touch, they wrote that down. They're gonna remember that tip. That next Sunday morning after they let him shoot up the club. Okay, they're going to remember because we don't act like that don't happen here. We promote safe sex and all that fun stuff. But every now and then the club gets shot up, a face gets shot on, whatever. We know what happens here. Some titties, some ass. The jizz don't always make it inside of a condom. So when you do that, but here's the thing. You still get the 50 from him, but you just ask the cashier for the coupon.
Operations.
we don't pay for the plan B. I don't think I've ever paid for the ones I
never taken one.
Really?
I was on birth control for a very
I gave up birth control a few years back.
I think I've been on for 2 years now, but before, that shit ain't never failed me ever.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and that's the thing too, because I know everybody say, "But the weight limit, Boonie." Yeah, y'all see my pictures. I ain't 165 nothing, so
my homegirl was ready to sue them because she was like, it didn't work, so she wanted to.
I might want to sue too.
She was like, I think I got a bad one.
Now, my body does not. I don't like hormones. My body doesn't like hormones. And the first time I took it was back when it was 2 pills, and you had to take that second pill 12 hours on the dot. And when I took that second one, boy, that shit ripped me to shreds, but I didn't get pregnant.
I know that's right.
So it's a win for me. So, all right, that's enough of us telling our business. Thank you, Shika girl.
I enjoyed.
All right, bye, boo.
Bye.
All right, guys, that is it for this week's episode. I want to thank the homie Shika for coming in and having a fun conversation with us. Be sure to support our sponsor this week, Laurel's. Don't look at me crazy. Don't look at me crazy, but be sure to support Laurel's, the world's first oral sex undies. You can use the code Boonie10 to save 10% on your purchase. Also, Boonie live tickets are on sale. New York is outpacing Baltimore, but we will sell out because I've already claimed that. So do not wait till the last minute to get your tickets to any of the shows. And if you enjoyed this episode, I encourage you to listen and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, or any apps that you listen to your favorites on. Don't forget to leave us a 5-star review, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. You might just hear your review on the next episode. Follow us on all social media. Share the episode with those you love, those you don't love, those you fucking hate. I don't make these pretty images for nothing, okay? Have a dope ass week. Stay healthy, safe, and sane. Thank you for listening. And remember, the ratchet in me always honors the motherfucking ratchet in you. Namaste. Until next time.